We back. Yeah. Now this is a request. I'm sorry to the person that requested this. We went through a lot of comments in the last 2 weeks, so it's gonna be very hard to find your name.
Yeah.
So I'm very sorry. But this is a request. This is all. Do all teen moms think the same?
No.
I wouldn't think so.
Nah.
But we will see. Starting. Hold on. It's on the 1 second benchmark. Starting in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, good humans? Welcome to another episode. You guys requested this one a lot. Thank you, Yasmin Rubio.
We hope you guys enjoy.
In Texas, it's abstinence, abstinence, abstinence. They told us in the health class just not to have sex. It's hard. I mean, every guy's nightmare is getting their girlfriend pregnant, and sometimes it comes true.
Not all. Absolutely not.
She's like in the middle.
My first thought was like, I'll get an abortion, I'll go to Planned Parenthood. In the end, when it came down to it, I realized that I couldn't do that. I understand how other people need to make that choice, but yeah, I did totally consider it.
I really had to think about the other women in my life that have had children. For me, the first thought that came to my mind was my mom, because she tried so hard to have a baby, and if I were to have an abortion after that, it's almost like disrespecting all the work she put in. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna have this baby, and then really it came down to, am I gonna do adoption or am I gonna be a mom?
I planned this pregnancy. A lot of people might think otherwise and just be like, she's just saying that because she doesn't want people to think the baby was an accident. I can't choose for other people. You guys have your own choice, but there's so many ways you can prevent a pregnancy. You could have done it beforehand instead of once the baby's already in there and trying to kill off a heartbeat, because the baby has a heartbeat on his 4th week, and that's usually when everybody finds out they're pregnant. I don't have a choice for other people, so I mean, everybody has their own choice, but personally, I'm against it.
Anybody else want to say about that?
We're not women.
Just making sure.
2, 1, go.
The way it happened with me, I mean, I grew up in like a really like Christian household, so like it was always taught like abstinence, and like my parents didn't even know that like I was having sex. And I mean, I was using like condoms, but obviously I was naive that that was gonna like work in the long run, which it doesn't. I mean, I knew that there were options out there, but it was something that was never like explained to me that I could get this so that I won't get pregnant.
I'm from Texas, and in Texas, it's abstinence, abstinence, abstinence. They told us in the health class just not to have sex. So I honestly didn't know pregnancy was so common. I thought like it just happened sometimes when you had sex, sometimes you would get pregnant. I really do think that that should be very mandatory in school, starting in like middle school.
Yeah, I totally agree. I live in the mountains, and it's really conservative up there. The schools are really small. I look at like my boyfriend's little sister. She's gonna be 12, and some of the girls in her grade are having sex, and she's in 6th grade. The information they're giving you in schools needs to adapt to where we are now in society, to where it's in the right grades, it's the appropriate information. They're talking about things like the implant that are somewhat new, and they really need to just kind of adapt it to where we are now.
Yeah, as teen moms, we need to take our kids and teach them everything they need to know from a young age. Like, I thought my mom was gonna be mad at me, so we need to be open so they're not like scared to come talk to us about something that's so normal.
What is them mountain kids doing up there? 12 years old.
Sex ed class?
Hey, yeah, we all had one.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had that already?
Yeah.
But before that, I had one in elementary school.
Yeah, I had one that, yeah.
I never had one.
You never had one? No?
No.
No wonder you have so many kids.
Right?
I never learned to strap up.
Apparently.
I never had a sex ed. I
must be
never had a
allergic.
sex ed class. What?
To latex.
No, I'm not.
You just
don't like
allergic
using
to
it.
knowledge.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I was wondering. I never had a sex ed class.
But I would say depending on what school, because like I went to many different schools and we had like I went to public,
I feel like we had
private,
a day or something like that at
like,
Arabia. I don't know. But it wasn't like a full on like sex ed class. Though. I think it was like a day or some shit or something like that.
It was like I think it was like a
so.
week or so.
Yeah, like some shit like that. I feel like it was
from like the bio, because
It's
it was
probably
a part
like
of like biology or something like that.
I had
so.
like a whole class where they sent a letter with us home to ask our parents if they could teach us sex ed at elementary school.
That wasn't that far. Yeah.
Yeah, see, depending on like everybody has like their own biases. Depending on what school you go to, because like I've been to like different schools, like public, private, like a Catholic school, like
It's
all different
Christian schools and shit like that that don't allow shit like that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because at those schools they teach just abstinence. Like they just like she was saying, like one of the girls was saying, like they just straight full on like they ain't giving them no information. They just abstinent. You won't get pregnant if you just stay abstinent. It's kind of hard to do when you're a hormoning teenager. And you got your hormone monster talking to you and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and then it's like different. Like when you're at a public school, I guess,
Everybody's
they
fucking.
somewhat giving you information, but not as much,
giving you
and
as
it's
much.
not correct.
They giving you as much shit the free
information,
clinic
too.
giving you.
Yeah.
They giving you as a pamphlet and some condoms. that
Take some
don't fit.
condoms.
Right.
Like that's about it.
Yeah.
Did we
so-
even have like one of those type of offices in high school?
No, we didn't have.
We did not.
Yeah, we supposed to though, right? Like that's supposed to be somebody's job.
It wasn't the funding. We didn't have the funding.
Yeah, public schools don't have funding like that. Like if you got a nurse, because like some schools got nurses and shit.
Yeah.
Like we don't have that shit.
Yeah,
We
no
didn't
nurse?
have the funding.
Huh.
All we had was a fucking
No, we had coach.
I
We
wouldn't
had
football. We
the
played football
gym.
and shit.
All we had is what was his name? The gym teacher was
Bryce.
Yeah.
That was his
All we
name?
had was Bryce, and then like if
first
you
aid
play
kit.
any sports,
The
yeah,
first aid
yo coach.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
But
public school
We didn't have
system.
no nurse.
no, no nurse, no nurse. Public school can't afford that shit.
What if somebody got hurt?
We
They
had
just get hurt.
Latrice.
Perfect example when I was in Miss Levine's class, chemistry.
Uh-oh.
The beaker broke straight in my hand and like sliced my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fine. Everybody else was like freaking out. I was like, huh. I was like, damn, that pretty cut me deep. And I was like holding my hand.
Right.
Yeah, I had
Fix
people
this.
around me like fainting and shit. And
Wait a
then
minute.
like Miss Levine like gave me something to like wrap it and like told me like just keep pressure on it. And then like they took me down to the office or whatever, and they like basically called the ambulance. Like
So we
well, they called my parents to see if they wanted me to ride in the ambulance, and then my parents came to pick up. But at the same time, the ambulance got there. Though.
Hell no, we ain't paying that bill.
Right. So I ended up going to like my I think who was it that picked me up? I think it was my mom that picked me up. She was freaking out too, but like I was the only one that was like calm and shit. I was like, I sliced my hand. Okay.
Wait a minute. We're not going to address the part where Malcolm want to tell us why the beaker broke. What are you in there making, Spider-Man?
And then mixing the wrong shit. A little bit of spice. A little bit of sugar, spice, and everything nice.
No, well, it's funny was
Chemical X. Malcolm first time in chemistry class, and they finally gave him all the right ingredients.
What was funny was I was helping somebody. That's the funny part. I was helping somebody. It wasn't even my beaker. I was helping somebody grab a beaker, and then like the shit was like I guess it was one of the older ones, and it just broke when I grabbed it. I was like, fuck.
That's funny. Malcolm in there trying to make the spice the power
Spell felt good.
I wonder if Professor knew what he was talking about. That's actually what he was talking about. Funny as hell.
Man.
Ships change after you.
Starting again in 3, 2, 1.
They finna shoot.
Ooh, let's
They
see.
finna shoot to the left.
wondering.
Shots.
God. All right. Are any of them
Three,
with their
three.
guy?
I used to be like super outgoing in like high school and my classes and stuff. Being pregnant as like a college
I
student,
mean
like,
relationships
there's many
in
times
general.
that I
It could
feel
be,
more
like,
timid to speak because I
wide
feel like people
range.
judge me
Yeah,
more.
yeah, all of
And
it.
I mean, maybe that's something I just have to work on, but like definitely like my relationship with myself has changed a lot.
I bet you can all relate. Like, you meet your baby for the first time, and it's like life just shifts. Like, almost the glasses of like naiveness and childhood just kind of come off, and you see the world from like that point of view. Like, you just created a life. I cried immediately for my mom and how badly I treated her as a teenager before I had my daughter. And I cried for my sister, how I treated them. Teachers, all of the things that we were given and I was entitled to. Now, after having a kid, it all changed. That just changed my mind.
I thought they were talking about relationships with their guys. I guess
The
they
hardest
just talking
person to
about
tell
period.
for me when I got pregnant was my brother. We're twins. Right now, he's getting ready to go to prom. He's a senior in high school, and he's doing all this stuff that I'm missing out on. I wouldn't take it back for anything, but telling him was the hardest because we've always been so close. We've always been the same age. We've always had the same friends. Now that my daughter's here and she's 4 months old, you know, he comes home from work and he's like, oh, hey, and he asks me to like hold her and stuff, and it's really great and I love it. So relationships do change for the better also.
Yeah, I would say for sure, like, my relationship with my mom has changed, like, drastically. Before I even got pregnant, like, we were close, but, like, not in the sense that we shared, like, something like motherhood with each other, because I think that just changes everything, that we now see what our parents went through and what our moms went through and how they felt. My relationship, I feel, with my mom has, like, been really good because of my pregnancy. I mean, originally, like, of course, she's disappointed in me, but then she's just, like, excited now to become grandma and stuff, yeah.
I thought they were going to talk about relationships with the guys.
I was. Yeah.
That's why I thought. That's why I
kinda
thought they
assumed
all
that too.
shifted to the right so fast.
Yeah.
But I guess they're just talking about like themselves,
relationship
and everything, everybody else, and like
Yeah,
themselves or
everybody.
whatever.
I assume
I
that
guess
they were talking about
maturing. I guess
relationship
maturing.
with like everybody. Like
Yeah.
that's what I was assuming. But
Friends,
I guess a lot of them
family.
took it as relationship as with
Themselves.
themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was going with the guys. That's why I said, God damn.
Yeah.
Shit. Like, hell yeah, Cherry, that nigga ain't shit. Start again in 3, 2, 1.
There it is.
There we go.
They ready to run before he even said go.
Well, she's like fucking 15 or 16, ain't she?
With my husband, he's kind of too involved. He's kind of like excluding me.
Husband.
Oh.
Yeah,
Really at
like I
19,
could
huh?
barely grab my baby when he's around. He was planned, but before it all happened, he was my fiance. Well, I do come from a Hispanic family, and also the religion, and you have to be married before having intercourse and having a kid. So we kept the baby a secret for 3 months, also to make sure he stuck before we told everybody. And we found out I was pregnant on a Wednesday, and I got married that Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's really, really involved.
I just want to ask you, would you have gotten married if you weren't pregnant? Would you have gotten married that early, I should say, if you weren't pregnant?
We were planning to get married the month after.
Okay.
We were still gonna get married this young. It's
Baby just speeded it up. That's what it sounds like.
When I was 14, I got pregnant, and my boyfriend was 14 as well.
Yeah, she's 15.
And we had already broken up before
16
I found out I was
15.
pregnant.
What
So
the
when I found
hell?
out I was pregnant, his initial reaction was just like freaking out, get an abortion, even though you're 3 months along. And one of the first things he did was say I'm harassing him and blocked me. We got a paternity test. He decided that I was some type of slut after I found out I was pregnant, even though he was the only person I had ever been with. And after the paternity test, the court introduced visitation. She was 10 months old. She was 10 months old, and she finally got to meet her dad. And the visitation kept up for a while, but recently he's been getting into fights, and I mean, he hasn't seen her in a few months, and I don't know if I want him in her life. I don't think it's healthy for her. I'd rather do it alone than with him at this point.
What you expect from a boyfriend, what you expect from a father are totally different things. totally different things, and
Yeah, she
especially
got a whole husband
since
over there.
men mature way slower than girls.
Yeah.
100. And the fact that we carry them for 9 months and we're up late at night, whether we breastfeed or we bottle feed or whatever,
Show me
we're
the
just
charts.
so inclined to be these little human beings. And for guys, you really have to be there to do that. And sometimes they don't want to be there, or they can't be there for that.
They want to milk the teenage years, especially since they are still teenagers. They're still kids, and they want to go party. They want to live their lives. So sometimes it's hard. I mean, every guy's nightmare is getting their girlfriend pregnant, and sometimes it comes true.
Mine was
Hey,
death.
I'm appalled. Hold on. She
My
said-
nightmare was death.
I'm appalled.
Because first of all, she said women mature faster than men. I need to see the charts.
He said I need to see
Check
the
the charts. But no,
He said fat chicks.
but I mean, she's fucking 15 years old though. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna say like every
How
fucking
mature are you?
15-year-old guy is gonna like
We
fucking
was all 15 once.
run or stay or some shit like that. But like, he's fucking 15. Like, I don't think you should expect him like to probably stay or at least be mature about the shit.
Yeah.
He's fucking 15 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
Then again, every 15-year-old is different.
That's
too,
what I'm
at the
saying.
same
Yeah, that's
time.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I
So they
had
know.
zero responsibilities at 15 years old.
I don't even know where the fuck I was at 15. What was that? Freshman, sophomore year?
That is
Probably.
sophomore year, maybe.
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 I don't know where the fuck I was at 15. That's what you tell my mind is.
Hmm.
I don't know what the fuck I was at 15. But yeah, like old girl said though, like she's talking about between like a fucking boyfriend and like a husband.
Yeah, those two different things.
That's
I agree
two
with that on that.
different fucking things.
Spectrum.
Like you can't
'Cause you got
expect
grown-ass-
everything from expect the same thing, especially like because old girl says she's Hispanic, so I'm just assuming her husband is Hispanic too, or if the case is. Shit, they raised different. They raised like that's how Hispanics do shit. This family over like a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So shit, at the end of the day, that's how that is. But
Yeah, it's
that's
all
just two different.
background.
That's just two different like things, like boyfriend and husband. That's just two whole different
Yeah,
things.
I agree with that.
Can't judge that shit on that.
Boyfriend and husband, two separate things. Like, you got grown ass men out here, like.
Hey, it's niggas that's
like,
dead. Don't
That's
get me wrong.
yeah, that's like boyfriends and like get their woman pregnant and just straight dip.
Yeah.
And some that take care of, but like that same notion is like it's not just that age group of like people like
15 is
walking
like-
away and shit. It's older motherfuckers that's
Niggas
doing
that's
that shit.
30
too.
years old that's still
Yeah.
being deadbeats and
Yeah.
shit. So,
It's
yeah,
like shit. Yeah, I'm a test for that because niggas, my dad is a fucking deadbeat. Like last
Same.
time I seen him was when I was born. That was it. So like I don't have any contact with this nigga at all.
Yeah,
like,
but at the same
whatsoever.
time-
And if I wouldn't even know what this like if it's funny because like his kids reach out to me and talk to me, but like I have no relationship with him whatsoever. So like if I was to be locked in a room, I probably would do some shit I would regret. Meaning, I'd kick his ass.
Yo,
So,
Cameron Malcolm.
Hey, I'm being
You
real.
can't say that.
I understand.
I'm being real.
I understand though.
But nah, I'm just saying like
Just ain't no reason for them to be around at this point.
Yeah, like,
I
yeah,
understand.
so-
Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, it's just two different spectrums. Like you can't expect that much out of somebody
Out of
that's fucking
somebody's-
15 years old.
yeah.
Like he's probably not even like.
I mean, granted,
the most
every
responsible-
15-year-old isn't
I'm
the
just
same.
saying, like the most responsibility he got is probably like taking out the fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Like that's probably it.
Granted,
Going to school or some shit.
there are some rare occasions of like responsible 15-year-olds, but like
He said that she blocked her. That he blocked her though. Like,
That must have been appalling for
Yeah.
a 15-year-old.
you know where that nigga live.
yeah.
He blocked you.
The only thing he blocked you from was fucking social media.
Social media.
Or some shit. Like,
Yeah, I'm going to the same
You know where
school.
he live. You'll see him.
I know where you learn.
He has to graduate.
Shit, if anything, probably in the same homeroom.
Right. Something. Like, you can't. You gonna involve me for so fucking long. Like seriously. Starting again in 3, 2. I would encourage other teams to have children.
No.
Not right away.
All right.
I feel like I wouldn't encourage them, not go up to the teen like, you should get pregnant. Hey, you should get pregnant. If that's their choice, that's their choice. If it could be prevented, if they feel like they're not ready, then just don't, because I miss my sleep.
I think it's interesting
Sleep.
to talk to you because
I know what you mean, sister.
I would just be like, are you
That's
ready?
not-
And I would give
not a
them
female
so many
thing.
scenarios
For real.
of, do you have a job? Are you ready for it? Are you mentally prepared for it? Some people are.
That's the funny
Yeah.
part. It's like everyone always thinks about the financials and they always think about, do you have a place and this and that. I'm like, I get it. Those are so incredibly huge, but like mentally,
state.
every parent that I've ever met, that's like, it's hard being a parent at any age.
Yeah.
So let alone figuring yourself out and then you're figuring out a little human being as well.
I think there's a huge difference between supporting teen moms and supporting teens to become moms. I think there's a big difference between that.
100%.
I think people look at it and they see like what I post on Instagram and the stuff I post on Instagram, the things that I post on Facebook.
The perfect version of it.
It's not what being a mom is actually like, because it's, it's cute little pictures of my daughter in dresses, stuff like that, and that's not what being a mom is like.
I'm gonna pause. Were you ready?
What, the first or the second?
The first.
First.
Of course, he was ready for the second. He's already trained.
Yeah, he's already trained.
Your
with the
ninja
first.
skills was at 100, nigga. You been trained by the second one, nigga. You already know. I'm talking about
My
the
nigga
first
said you already reached the level 100.
Right. You reached
was
the level of fatherism, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, you good.
I would say somewhat, cause like I don't know, I'm kind of weird, cause like at a young age for me, like I was always like responsible. I would say like I guess my mom instilled like responsibility at me in an early age. Like niggas, I was paying rent when I was in high school. You know,
All right, nigga,
like,
stop bragging.
no, I'm just I'm just saying like like in a form where like
Your mind state was there pretty much.
my mind state was already there, but like granted I was still like you still nervous about like because like part of me was still nervous about bringing in, well, not me physically bringing in the baby, but taking care of a baby, because like I said before, like I didn't have any relationship with my father, so like what was haunting me was like, how would I know how to be a father, and like how would I interact with this person to make this human being the best human being ever, when like I didn't, well, granted I had like I want to say I had father figures.
Right.
Like I had my stepdad and stuff like that, but like biologically I didn't have my father, so it was hard for me to like I guess grasp the understanding of like what it is to like be a father from start to finish. Yeah, like I had to like kind of figure shit out. It like that was like the scariest moment for me, like realizing that you're gonna be fathering like a child, you're gonna be like shaping this person.
Now you're a role model, nigga.
Yeah, like right, like you're a role model to this person. Like I think that was the part that like I wasn't like quite ready for, because like I didn't understand the whole, I want to say, the definition of like a father, if that makes sense. Like I didn't understand that personally.
You don't know the whole role of like, this ain't no fucking job that comes with a job. With a
job description.
So
Yeah.
you don't know the job.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Like
this is the title. All right, I got the title. Father. All right, I got that. Job description. Just a whole bunch of question marks. And shit.
Yeah.
Like this shit everywhere.
Right.
Dude, what about you, man? You was ready?
Yes.
So you just had your baby. How old is
Gavin's 3.
Gavin, 3 now.
You do.
Going on 4 September. So
You the last. You the last of the first fathers, I guess.
yeah.
I guess technically, I wasn't first. You was first.
Yeah, he was first.
I was first.
Yeah,
I was first.
you was first.
Was you ready?
Yep.
Oh.
Very.
Oh, fuck you.
Super ready. Super ready. Yeah.
Was you nervous about anything?
Yeah, hell yeah, I was nervous. Just because I was
and
just because I was ready don't mean I wasn't nervous. Because I mean I'm big dudes got a fucking small baby. Like, okay.
yeah, I understand.
Yeah, right?
I understand that. Yeah.
Just being nervous. Changing Pampers. Doing little shit. Hold them. You're nervous, right?
Yeah.
I was like,
I don't hold my baby. I don't hold my baby for like the first week.
You don't hold your baby for the first week.
Nervous,
That's
right?
your rule?
I might fumble.
You might fumble.
Yeah, like, you know what?
I'm like,
even with
that, I wasn't nervous in that sense.
I was nervous in the burping part. Like, I didn't know if I was too heavy-handed or hitting too hard. But then, you know, when babies, they shoot up. You know, their heads will shoot up on you real quick. It's like, oh no. Oh, okay, I got you. And it's like, you know, certain things that you didn't want to be like too over masculine with or anything like that. Be like, it might be too much, but I was just always like, I want to do it. So yeah, I was ready, but I was nervous as shit though.
Yeah, I understand that.
What about you, Nick?
I blame my mom.
You said you blame your mom?
Yeah, because I was the only child in my household, right? Or my mom's side at least, and she just always said that you're gonna have a lot of kids. And that came to fruition.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I think my dad got, I don't know, I got a lot of brothers and sisters. I think I got 3 brothers and 4 sisters on my dad's side.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a lot. But yeah, I was like the only child in my mama's house. So she always said like you was the only child, so you gonna have probably a lot of kids. Because I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
But yeah, but let's see, Carson, was I nervous? I don't think I was nervous. I don't know, because I guess I knew what to do. Like, I know us, like, my dad, he took care of the household. So he like, you know, like, I pretty much got everything I wanted and shit like that. But like, he took me a lot of places and shit like that. But I just pretty much wanted to do the same fucking thing. Like, that's pretty much it. Shit. Like, I try to get him everything. I try to take him places and shit like that. I think the only part, I guess the birth is like the only thing that makes me nervous. Like, that's just anything, because like that's just that whole process. Like, I think because Parker, like, I was filming in the fucking waiting room, and one of the fucking nurses like let my wife's leg go while she was like pushing and shit like that. And the doctor yelled at me to come get her leg because the nurse had fucking let it go or some shit like that. So I had to drop the camera and like just that whole process. And like the first time when Carson was born,
So you were on the scene?
Yeah, I was there. I was.
He was right there.
Like he was on the scene.
I had the leg right here.
Oh man.
So I was on it, right? But yeah, Carson. I think I was kind of nervous about Carson's like in the waiting room, but that fucked me up because I fainted.
You fainted?
I never fainted in my life, bro. That shit fucked my head.
In the waiting room?
He was like,
not in the waiting room. In the what you call it? No, because I think I fucked myself up because I didn't eat that day, right? So there's a lot of factors. There's a lot of factors to this
niggas
shit.
Be lying like shit on TV.
Nah, real. There's like a lot of factors. Like, so I didn't eat, right? So I didn't eat that day.
He locked his knees
and
out.
So
and
shit,
buckled.
so the shit going on, right? So it's going on, right? And I see all the blood. I'm like, ooh, let me get over here to this shit so I can. Doctor, like, you okay? Yeah, I'm good. So that's the only time I was like kind of nervous because I fainted. I almost fainted, like, 'cause I caught myself, though. I blacked out. Like, I've never blacked out. I didn't know how the fuck that shit felt, my nigga. I was like, like,
You was just a
I don't
good-ass
know.
nap.
Y'all ever, like, okay, sometimes I do weird-ass shit. So, like, do you ever, like pushing your temples like this until, like, you kind of go black a little bit?
You know
on
that's
your eyes?
It's
a problem. I know it is. I know it's some weird shit to even think about, but like you push your temples into your eyes.
You know you have pressure points on your body.
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah. So
like,
I used to do that shit. Now imagine that, like going black because you pressing your shit in like that, but you ain't pressing your shit in. You just like kind of like I had my eyes sight on a chair to get into that chair, and I blanked out like right here.
So wait, did you wake back up on the floor or did you just?
No, I stumbled, nigga. I was like, whoa. So yeah, that's the only time I was nervous. I'll kiss my ass. All right?
Not judging, bro. Just hearing the experience.
Bambi over here.
New knees. New knees. Fuck y'all, niggas. Let's finish this fucking video.
All right, back into action.
Changed my life for the better.
Started 3, 2, 1.
It's no longer like I'm just doing this for myself. I mean, I can't compare to you guys yet because I don't have my baby yet. But like,
Well,
I mean,
where
it's
are
as
those
simple as
disagree
getting
women
up
at?
and going to my class. But
No,
I
that's all
have a whole
Instagram.
new motivation
They started
to
doing
do
that shit.
I
something
wish they
as
had some
simple
of
as
those
that.
answers on here.
Strive for my best. So
the hard
They don't
times
always get like a lot of
became
people.
beautiful because
like
at
you
the
see
end
all
of
African Americans
every
and shit like
long
that. So
cry that I
sometimes
had
it'd be like
before
that.
her, I
They
had
just
her.
kinda
And
get
I
who they can
had,
get
you
in
know,
and
our
talking
future
shit.
to dream about. I'm over here going through some of the hardest things, and just she gave me a whole new perspective. So no, it didn't get easier, but she turned everything bad and good better. Okay, I want hugs from everybody.
We'll do a big
Is it?
Yeah.
Aw.
That was
Did
pretty.
your child make you better? Damn,
Let
niggas.
y'all go first.
Yeah,
I'll
let
let
me
you
go
go
first.
first.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I would say so for you because you was a wild ass nigga.
Still a wild ass nigga.
Yeah, but
I just got a switch.
You're just the old wild.
he's just the old wild
It's
nigga.
true. But I also have a switch now.
You got a switch?
Yeah, it's off.
Oh. He molded it to a two-piece set.
The way it is now, I just gotta ask my wife, can I flip my switch on? Like if that time ever comes to ask her, like, is it okay that I snap on these niggas? I just gotta ask her. That's all. I got a switch. That's all.
I don't
This
have
is
a
up.
switch. I don't have a switch.
What about you, dude?
I was quiet. I'm vocal now. Yes.
You quiet?
Yes. I'm
Dude
very
Man was
quiet.
definitely quiet. Nigga, you remember Dude Man when he first came in?
When he first,
Dude Man was quiet as shit.
Yeah, when we
He was
first.
like, who is this big ass nigga talking about during the football
Big
season?
quiet dude. At first he was. Yeah, then after he got to, I guess, know some people and shit. Because the only motherfucker you was talking to was
Just a circle.
like the people you knew.
Just
Yeah.
a small circle. But yes.
That's how it was too.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Made you better?
I would say so. Yeah, definitely. Because I definitely learned a lot about like fatherhood in general, and like me going through the whole process of like figuring out what a father is. Allowed me to like let go of some shit from my past too, because like now like I got a relationship with his kids, but I don't have a relationship with him. So like I'll call like my sister or something, like, and these are people I didn't even know existed until they like
They reached out
basically
to you.
found me.
That's
and
dope.
So like I basically like just talk to them or like try to like plan like an outing or something, and like develop a relationship with them.
That's cool.
That's dope.
At the same time, like I guess like my son's kind of like bettering me to like I guess
Forgive.
yeah, to
Understand.
forgive and understand, but like
Good thing I'm a Cancer. I'm a petty motherfucker. I don't forgive too much. It's hard for me to get.
I wouldn't say forgive. I wouldn't say
let
forgive.
go.
I would say let go, because like
Let go, let
all
go.
that energy like that I was
Release.
like holding over the years and shit is not like
ain't there no more.
yeah, it ain't
Let
there
go.
no more.
Let
Like,
go and let live.
yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that shit got thrown in the ocean like what was the name
That's
from
even beautiful, too.
Titanic? She dropped the jewel and shit.
The heart.
Rose.
Yeah.
She dropped that big ass diamond in there. That's my problems.
She'd rather live blue collar than live like a millionaire. All right. Good job, Rose.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. You gotta remember, like, kids give you superpowers too.
Yeah, they do.
They forgot about that part.
Yeah, kids boost your ego too.
They boost your ego. Give you superhero.
You're really strong, Dad.
Hey, get out that toilet.
Oh, man. It's getting closer and closer.
Better get out that toilet.